Hi, in this video you are going to see the training session for WOZTELL verified WhatsApp business extension for ZOHO CRM. The first step is to verify that you have installed and enabled correctly the extension in CRM. So we are going to ZOHO CRM, set up all the extensions and the installed extensions. Okay, these are the installed. We see that we have the verified WhatsApp business installed. We are going to check the settings panel. Clicking on it, you must see on this page that we have corrected the WOZTELL token shown. And if you click on edit, you must also verify that the international prefix, the country code, it's 34 for Spain that you are using, but it's configured to your country. And the local number length must see the size of the mobile number without the country code. So if you go now to settings, we also must verify that on this page we have the ZOHO CRM email of the administrator correctly, and also the field, the verified number for WhatsApp in this page. This is important to verify both of information. Then we need also to go to ZOHO Click and verify if the extension is also installed here. So in the installed extensions, we see now that we have the extension fully installed, correctly installed in ZOHO Click. This is the basic setup, the initial verification that we must do. In this training, we will see the teams that are created, the teams and user configuration in our extension. Also, we are going to talk about the WhatsApp channel, where in ZOHO Click, what are in ZOHO Click the channels and where they are. We are going to talk about how to send and receive WhatsApp messages from and to the customers. We are going to check the WhatsApp logs, how to send bulk WhatsApp messages, how to schedule a campaign for sending WhatsApp messages. In the topic 7, the extensions in ZOHO CRM and ZOHO Click, and also a practical example of creating a webhook for sending messages. In the first part of this training, we are going to see the two teams that are created with the installation of WhatsApp. We are going to see the control team and the WhatsApp team members. Let's go to ZOHO Click, click on our image in admin panel, and also in the team section. So we are going to verify the teams configured, the WhatsApp control team and the WhatsApp team members. The difference between them is clear. The control team are the ones who will receive new customer conversation and also can write a WhatsApp message using our corporate WhatsApp number. So if a customer sends us a message for the first time and we have never spoken to them before, everyone in the control team will receive this message. A member of the control team also can transfer the conversation to the WhatsApp team, who looks better to follow the conversation. For the WhatsApp team members, they can start chats conversations with the customers and also join an existing conversation. Only users in these two teams will have access to the WhatsApp channel. This is important. And we remember that the control team users can transfer the conversations to the WhatsApp team users, and in the other directions the same. The WhatsApp team users can transfer the conversation to the control team. If you want to add a moderator or a regular member on these groups, we need to enter the group, select members, for example, and select the ZOHO agent that you want to assign. The difference between them are the permissions that they are going to have. The moderators usually will have more permissions than their members, and you'll be able to do what they are configured to do in the organization. You receive the permissions that they have in the organization. Let's go to the next topic of the training. We are going to see what are the WhatsApp channels, the ones that we are going to use to talk to the customers via using WhatsApp. In ZOHO CRM, how can we create these channels, their characteristics, their names, what is an unknown channel, also how to block a WhatsApp number from a customer, and what is the WhatsApp opt-out option that we have. So let's go to ZOHO CRM into the contacts module. The extension can be used in the contact module and also in the leads module, but the training we are going to do with the module contacts. We are going to use the John WOZTELL contact, and we want to start a conversation with this contact. The first step is to verify if he has the mobile number filled in this page. This CRM is set up to talk to customer in Spain, so the country code is 34 and the size, the length of the mobile number is 9. This is already configured, so the contact phone doesn't need to have the country code. If you have a customer who has a phone number from other country, you need only to add the country code with 00 or plus signal in the mobile phone. As this contact is already from Spain, to start the conversation is really simple. Just click on Go to Channel. So let's click in Go to Channel on the top right to generate and open a channel in ZOHO Click. The system will do this for us. So the conversation will be done inside ZOHO Click. In this example, this is the first time that we will speak to this contact. And the system will inform us about this, showing us the contact name and also the contact phone number, and also show us that to send messages via WhatsApp, we need to use the /w command to talk with the customer in the part below of the screen. We'll see more about this later in the training. So the channel name is John WOZTELL, followed by the phone number of the contact. If the contact belongs to a customer account in our ZOHO CRM, we would see the user's name hyphen the name of the account name, followed by the phone number. If we change the name of the contact or add an account to this contact, the channel name will also be renamed automatically. Let's make an example for this contact. In this case, we are going to select an account for him, and if we go back to the channel, we are going to see this change. So for this contact, let's select an account name, make the change, and if you come back to the channel, the system is going to show us that the channel was renamed. So it was renamed for -con because there is a limitation of the number of characters, so it is not possible to show the full name of the company, but the name of the person, the contact, and the phone number always will be visible to us in the channel name. So this is how to access a channel in ZOHO Click, and also how can we rename a channel and see the channel name of this contact. Now let's see an example of an unknown channel. In this case, for the demonstration, we are going to ZOHO Click and we need to eliminate the existing channel of John WOZTELL. Imagine that the customer talks to us for the first time via WhatsApp, and we didn't have a previous conversation with him. So we are going to the WhatsApp of the customer and we are going to send a message to our company from his mobile phone. So remember, we have never had a previous conversation with this customer, even if we have the cell phone number of the customer saved in our CRM. So when the customer sends a message, the system warns the customer that the phone number is not registered in our CRM, that we have never had a previous conversation. In ZOHO Click, we are going to receive the same message, marked as an automatic response, and also the message from the customer. So if in the click, the channel is called unknown, followed by the mobile number of the customer. If we don't have this phone number in our CRM, we must save this phone number. If we already have this phone number, you only need to click on Go to Channel, that the channel will be renamed to the customer name. In this case, the channel was renamed to John WOZTELL /con, followed by the phone number. Imagine now that the message that we received is a spam and we want to block this contact. For this reason, we have the option Block WhatsApp. If we go to the contact record, we are going to see the field that is called Block WhatsApp. If we select this field, the user will not be able to write to us and we also can't send him messages to the WhatsApp of the customer. If the contact tries to write something to us, we will not receive the message in Zoho Click because the contact has been blocked. Let's make an example of the WhatsApp of the customer writing to us, having the option Block WhatsApp activated. Also, if we try to write to this contact from Zoho Click, we are not going to be able to write to the contact. See that in Click, we are not receiving the message sent from the customer. And if we come back to the customer, to the WhatsApp, the system will also warn the customer that the service is unavailable. Now, let's see the WhatsApp opt-out option, the last topic of this second section of the training. In this option, in this example, first we need to unblock the WhatsApp number of the customer. The WhatsApp opt-out feature is available for contacts and leads, of course. If we enable this option, we will not be able to send book message to the customer. So if this option enabled, we are not going to be able to send a lot of messages to the customer. But the customer can write to us, and we also can write to the customer individually from the channel in Zoho Click. So we can send a manual individual message to the customer, even having this option available. So we are going to see this further in this training. In the session 3, we are going to see how to send WhatsApp messages using Zoho Click. We are going to see the /w command, help command. We will see how to send text and multimedia messages. We understand the communication window, what is it, how to send templates and also the status of the messages, and at the end, how to send in a message, what is a no WhatsApp channel and what happen if we send a message on it. So let's go to the channel in Zoho Click, and with the /w command, which is the command to send WhatsApp messages, if we press the hyphen, we will have the help option. So with this option, the system will show us a small help with images showing all the functionality of WOZTELL for ZOHO CRM. The system also warns us that in case of doubts, we can write to support@woztell.com, and also show us in this image some tips for the integration of WOZTELL with ZOHO CRM. All these tips are the ones that we are seeing in this training. Let's make an example. Let's send a test message to this customer. So we only need to type /w followed by the message that you want to send. Now, for example, the text, "Hi, what can I help you?" So when you write this and push enters, the blue icon indicates that the message was sent with the date that the message was sent. If you have the green icon, it will indicate that the message has been read by the recipient. Let's verify in the WhatsApp how this message was shown. Let's put the windows here side by side so we can verify this example. So this is the message that we received. If the customer here answers directly from his cell phone, the message will reach us in the Click channel. Let's see this example. If the customer clicks on send a message from the WhatsApp, we are going to receive it in Zoho Click. So received message will appear in green with the incoming message symbol with the arrow down. In the message sent, the name of the Zoho user also will be in the message that he sent. Let's see also an example if you want to send WhatsApp messages, send a message to WhatsApp using the application Zoho Click for the mobile phone. This is also possible. Let's verify this, how to do that. So here we are going to change to the Zoho Click application. We only need to enter in the channel, the procedure is the same. And to send a test message, we are going to click on the channel, on the user, and put the /w and write the message. So the message can be sent from Zoho Click, from the mobile application, to the WhatsApp, to the customer, using WhatsApp. Let's finish writing this message and send this message from Zoho Click to the customer WhatsApp. Okay, so this is the WhatsApp notification that a new message was received from our business, from Zoho Click, sent directly to the customer. If you want to send a multimedia message, the procedure is exactly the same. So we first start writing /w and open the File Explorer in our computer and drag and drop the image or the document that you want to send and drop it in the test area of the channel. So let's arrange here the windows to make this example. So I have here the click prepared to send a message. In the File Explorer, only drag and drop below, press enter, and the image will be sent to the WhatsApp of the customer. Let's verify it. Let's now talk about the communication window. Well, according to the WhatsApp policy, we can only start a conversation with a client, with a customer, if we use a template which is a message that was previously approved by WhatsApp and that always has the same format. This message can be a test message, which cannot be an advertising or a marketing test. And it also can have or not some parameters configured. For example, if you want to send a welcome message to the customer and use a parameter or a variable that could be the name of the customer in the message. Another example would be a standard welcome message without parameters, without sending the customer's name. And the communication window always will count since the last message sent by the customer, and you have 24 hours to reply to the customer. So the communication window is always of 24 hours. In other words, if we want to start a conversation with a customer, I always must use an approved template. If a customer starts a conversation with us, there is no need to use a message template approved by WhatsApp, and we have a window time, a communication window time of 24 hours to answer him. Now in the topic F, we will see the status of the messages. When sending a message, in the left of the message, some icons will appear to us. They represent the status of the messages. I have already commented that the green icon is when the message was read by the customer. The other states are, the first one, the arrow, is when the message was sent to the WhatsApp server. The globe icon is when the message was sent to the user. The phone icon means that the message was delivered to the user. And in case of a delivering error, a cross or an X will appear on the left of the message. The icons may vary depending on the device or the version of the device that the customer is using. Let's now see what is a non-WhatsApp channel, the last topic of this section. In Zoho Click, if you try to send a WhatsApp message in a channel that is not a WhatsApp channel, I mean, in Zoho Click, in the top of the screen, we can see the WhatsApp icon and the name of the user and his mobile phone. So if we try to send a message in a channel that is not of this kind, this is not a WhatsApp channel, and we are going to receive an error message from the system. We are not going to be able to send the message in this channel. Okay, so now let's move to the topic of the WhatsApp logs. In ZOHO CRM, we have three sections, three areas in which we can see the WhatsApp logs. So the message, the WhatsApp, are not only stored in ZOHO Click, but also in ZOHO CRM. Here, we will find the logs in the module called WhatsApp logs, also in the related list inside the contacts and leads, and in another related list with a WhatsApp view, which we will see soon. So if we go to ZOHO CRM, we have the module WhatsApp logs, where we have the messages we received and sent from all contacts or leads. If we will enter in one, you will see we have the full logs, message that is outgoing or incoming. Yes, also the phone number, the contact, the lead or campaign, also the phone numbers of source and destination, the media field, if a file was sent to the contact, to the customer, the direction of the message, if it is incoming or outgoing. So a lot of information inside here, this full log, full WhatsApp log that we have. If we go back to the module WhatsApp, we can see the status of the message, sent, read, and success. And if you go to the configuration of our extension in the settings part, we can modify the logs that are stored. We have the full logs that are the full logs, or if we want to limit the quantity of logs, we can choose the basic ones, which only will keep success or error logs, which are generated when the message leaves ZOHO and will not record when the message is delivered or read by the customer, by the client. So if we go to a contact record, we can also see these logs in the related list called WhatsApp message. Here we can see all the logs for this contact. We can see an example of a template sent with the tag not AS, and the success indicating that the message left ZOHO, the status sent that it was sent by WhatsApp, delivered that was received by the contact, and read that was read by him. These are the states that we have seen before. We also have the WhatsApp history option, which recreates the ZOHO channel, the WhatsApp channel here inside ZOHO Click, with the message sent. Within WhatsApp history, we can go directly to the chat channel by clicking on the three dots and open chat. And we will be able again to access the WhatsApp channel of the conversation with the customer. Here is the channel. Let's move to topic 5 and see how to send book WhatsApp messages. Let's verify the WhatsApp message field. How can we send messages with the book message option and the WhatsApp opt-out feature? To send book messages, we need to go to ZOHO CRM in the contact list or module or leads module and select the contacts that you want to contact. First, we will do a massive update by filling in a field called WhatsApp message. In this field, we will put the message that you want to send or even a template as we saw before. For example, if you want to send a welcome template to users who contacted us this week, the template could be #welcome. This template does not exist in the template list, it's an example only. But we would like to remember that in book messages and manual messages from ZOHO Click, we can only send templates without parameters. Soon we will see how to send campaigns using templates with parameters. In this example, we will send the welcome template, type the message and update, and click in the update field button. Then we select the contacts and click on the WhatsApp book send option. The messages will be loaded on the server and the system will notify us with an email to our CRM user when all the messages were sent. We can also see the channels with the customer being created due to the messages sent to them, and also through the WhatsApp logs module. The WhatsApp opt-out option, if we check this option in a contact, we will not be able to send batch messages, bulk messages to this customer. But of course, we can write to this customer manual messages directly through the WhatsApp channel. We haven't seen an example before, but what would happen if we try to send a test message to a contact who has never spoken to us before? For example, this contact, Chris, has never spoken to us before via WhatsApp. And what happens if you want to start a conversation without using a template? I would click and go to channel to open a new channel. And with /w and the message, hi, I would send a test message to him. But the system will show us a message warning us that the customer does not have the 24 hours window open and that we cannot start a conversation with him unless we are using an approved template. Let's see this example. Let's write /w in the message and the alert telling us that we need to use a template and the window, the conversation window is closed. We will now see how to send WhatsApp messages using campaigns. Let's make a practical example how to send test messages or templates from CRM. Let's go to CRM, to the module, to campaigns module, and create a new WhatsApp campaign. We need to give a name to the campaign, select the desired type also. We must select the date that the campaign will be sent. Let's imagine that tomorrow we will start a new training and that we want to notify the students that the class starts at 12 o'clock in the room A02. We will need to use a template previously validated with WhatsApp. The name is #new. And in the template, the first parameter will be the starting day and hour, and the second parameter will be the class number. So the first parameter will be April 1st and the second parameter A02. Basically, we are scheduling a campaign and we have only to fill the date and hour to send it, the message that you want, and the message can be a template or a test message, and the parameters according to the parameters that we have configured in our template. We will click on Save the campaign and later mark the contacts or leads that will receive the campaign. For example, let's go to contacts. I will select these two, and the operation at the end will be the same as sending book WhatsApp messages. When the system finishes sending the messages, we will be notified by email that the messages have been sent, and the channels with the contacts will also appear in ZOHO Click. In the next topic, let's take a look at the extensions and how to update them. If here in WOZTELL we have published any new updates to the extension, if you go to the CRM settings, the extension is installed, we will see a section called updates that will be listed if our extension has some update. It will be exactly here. In the same way, in ZOHO Click, in the extensions installed, If there is any updates to the extension, a green button would appear in this section to update it. In the last topic of this training, we will see a real example to create and send webhooks from CRM. WOZTELL has an API that we can activate if requested that allows to send WhatsApp messages with CRM webhooks. Let's go to Setup in CRM to create a new workflow to this example. Let's imagine that we want to notify customers that wrote to us on a Sunday, telling them that we are not at the office and that we'll contact them in the next day when we'll be available. For example, we will create a workflow for the module WhatsApp logs, fill in the name of the rule that will be executed when a new record is created in the WhatsApp logs module. Okay, so execute the rule on a record creation. The direction of the message is incoming, in. The day that we need is the weekday Sunday. Next step, go to Instant Actions. We will create a webhook and then we will give the desired name. We need to paste the URL to notify. This URL, WOZTELL will indicate to us, which is this one. The method is post. We can fill description if we need, and we need to add additional parameters. So first we need to add the WOZTELL token. We need to select the parameters and the value indicate in the WOZTELL token field. Another parameter needed is the WOZTELL administrator, which in our case is admin@demo.woztell.com. And then, after that, we need to fill the parameters for sending the message. We need a data parameter. That is a JSON code with the following variables. The field 2. This is the destination WhatsApp number. In the module WhatsApp logs, it corresponds to the from field, where is stored the mobile number of the customer who sent us the message on Sunday. The message parameter, once the customer has already started the conversation, we can send a regular text message. And the user parameter, which is the user who sent the message, in this case, Webhook Domingos. We need to click and save and associate, and every time a customer writes to us on a Sunday, an automatic message will be sent to him using the WOZTELL API. That's it. This was the training of the WOZTELL extension. Hope you enjoy it. See you later.